Greetings Ventures, this is Lorne, your guild advisor, and today I'll be going over the new unit added to the game featured in the Loki Familia Gacha, Line Arshe. I will touch on the Hot Spring banners at the end of the video, but my main focus is to go over the brand new character. For those of you who don't know, Line Arshe is a level 2 supporter and healer from Loki Familia. She's a minor character, but you might recognize her if you watched or read Sword of Artoria. Please read the light novels, the anime doesn't really do the original source justice. The manga's good too. Right now, you can acquire Line from the Loki Familia Gacha. On this banner, only the 1st, 4th, and 10th 11 draws will give you a guaranteed 4-star, and Line will be that guaranteed 4-star. So, if you do 10-11 draws, you'll have at least a +2 Line, which in all honesty, isn't that great compared to the other banners, which include a guaranteed 4-star on the 7th 11 draw. However, in those cases, there's multiple characters on the banner, and you may not even get the one you want through the guarantees. Since this is the Loki Familia Gacha banner, besides the guaranteed Lines on the 1st, 4th, and 10th 11 draw, any non-guaranteed 4-star units you get will be a character from Loki Familia, not just the ones you see here on the banner. So if your goal was to get a bond for Trickster's Truth Loki, New Year Lafia, or New Year Eyes, you're actually competing in a big selection of units. I wouldn't count on getting any characters besides Line. But let's go over the new unit. Faithful Mage Line Arshe is fittingly a balanced type character. Her magic stat is quite decent for a non-magic attacker at a max of 1219. Her endurance is also rather decent, being above 400 at +5. Her special arts is Blinding Chant, an ultra HP heal to your allies along with a 65% light damage buff for the rest of the turn. Like with most non-attacking special arts, you will likely not use this in most cases, because using a special arts for an attack is more effective than using a special arts to increase the light damage of your units. However, the heal could possibly come in handy if you're in a pinch with very low health party members. Special arts take place at the very beginning of the turn, so the special arts heal could save you from a dire situation. Her first combat skill is Face Cutter. Interesting name. Anyway, it is a single target highlight magic attack that decreases the strength and magic of your targeted enemy by 40% for 4 turns. This is one of the best debuffing skills in the game, but do remember it is single target, and since it's a magic attack, it will go at the end of the turn, so you'll be taking some hits at full magic or strength before you get the debuffs applied. Her second skill is Focused Will, a mid HP heal and 30% counter rate buff the last 2 turns applied to all allies. The mid power heal is a good chunk of HP being restored, and the counter rate buff will help your units do more damage in situations like Record Buster, since they'll be counterattacking more often. Her last skill is Enlightenment, a fast low light magic attack that also increases the special arts gauge charge gain on all your allies by 33% for 4 turns. This skill is the most interesting because if you can keep the special arts gauge gain up at all times, you'll be doing about 2 more special arts attacks than usual in Record Buster, where you normally might be able to do 3 or 4. Note that this is a fast skill, so it should be going towards the beginning of the turn order. That means from turn 1, your units will always be gaining more special arts meter than normal, since Line will get her buff up before anyone else uses a skill. Clearly, Line was designed with single target boss fights in mind, more specifically, a game mode like Record Buster. She's almost a perfect supporting healer type unit for a Record Buster composition. She can reduce the amount of damage the boss can deal with her 40% strength and magic debuff, heal your party and give them more chances to do damage with her second skill also having a counter rate buff, and finally, her last skill allows your party to use special arts more times than normal, drastically increasing your Record Buster scores. For those of you unfamiliar with Record Buster, it's a game mode where you can fight an unkillable boss and you are scored depending on the boss difficulty level you select, the amount of turns you survive, and the amount of damage you deal. If you don't already have a solid healer or debuffer for Record Buster, I suggest trying to snag Line. She's already being incorporated to many of the top players' Record Buster parties. Even if you have a Line with no limit breaks, some people have been using a low-level Line with her charge skill unlocked as a sacrificial unit. A sacrificial unit is normally a low-level or weak character meant to die in the beginning of a fight, so you can have more assist buffs and debuffs applied in the fight, and also take advantage of that sacrifice's skill, in Line's case, her charge buff. Using her as a sacrifice should give you at least 1 more special arts than normal if used in this way. Unfortunately, Line did not launch with her own character weapon, so you'll have to use the strongest magic weapon you can provide her. The higher the magic stat, the better your heals will be. If you were around for the Grand Day event, the Behemoth weapon should provide the most magic, since equipping a character weapon not meant for Line will reduce that weapon's power by about 40%. And it's about time we started getting more Danmachi characters who previously have not had a unit released yet. Lulane and Alan are among those still waiting for one, and hopefully those two get units before Season 2 brings us even more characters. Seriously, give us Alan. You'd season so much in the Christmas story. That concludes my analysis of Line, and now I'll briefly touch upon the Hot Spring banner characters. To be honest, the majority of these characters, Enjoy Onsen Lily, Bathroom Princess Eyes, Secret Onsen Chigusa, and Onsen Princess Osfi, range from average to decent in terms of their skills. There are many characters out right now that can do their jobs, but better. Remember, these are not new characters, they are actually over a year old, though they were buffed slightly. Some of you may have some of these units already, since they are in the general pool of characters. We're just getting these banners as a way to celebrate the previously Japan-only Hot Springs event being added into the game as a permanent addition to the story. The two characters that might be worth getting are Onsen Hestia and Onsen Mikoto. This is because they provide a strength and magic debuff respectively. Using one of them as an assist character could be the difference maker you need when it comes to difficult fights, as the debuff will reduce the amount of damage you'll be taking. So, if you don't already have an assist that can reduce strength or magic, they may be worth gunning for. Just remember to be careful, since the first guaranteed 4-star is on the second draw of these banners, with the first 11 draw costing only 200 Iris. However, when it comes to both of these banners, the Loki Familia banner and the Hot Spring banners, I recommend to wait until tomorrow night's Japanese livestream before going all out with your draws. Since there really isn't a true event currently happening in the game at the moment, I expect to see some type of event announcement during the stream with some new units revealed. So it would be best to hold onto your Iris until then. Mikoto's VA, Chinetsu Akasaki, will be there as a guest, so maybe we'll see a new Mikoto. We'll just have to find out. I'll leave a link in the description for the livestream, but it will take place on April 19th, 9:30 PM Pacific Daylight Time. Hopefully, we have some exciting announcements on the way, with Season 2 coming in July and Japan's second anniversary for the game approaching in June. If you found this video helpful and would like to see more Danmachi and Danmachi content, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. To keep updated, follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. And as always, continue enjoying your time adventuring in Rario and the dungeon. This is Lorne, your guild advisor, signing out.